There's something for everyone in Wargame Construction Set 2 Tanks from SSI. As the title suggests, all of your battles center around mechanized warfare in general, and tanks in particular. However, the game is flexible enough to accommodate anyone from the wargame novice up to the fanatic who knows the difference between an assault gun and a howitzer.
My thoughts on this newcomer are not as enthusiastic. The minuscule map size, coupled with the complete lack of strategy, help to destroy any merit that this game may lay claim to. I should have known this game wasn't for me when the manual described it as a large-scale militaristic version of Capture the Flag. A unit simply rolls over an enemy town and the enemy flag magically becomes yours. The game lacks realism. The designers tried to make up for it by including campaigns, but they seem strung out and disconnected. This is compounded by the lack of city names and genuine geography.
I think it's safe to say that you and I hang out in different areas of the software store, because I like this game for the very reason you dislike it. The interface is extremely simple. To move your troops and attack the enemy, you simply point and click. The design is so basic you can select virtually any of the available scenarios and plunge right into battle without having to put a lot of time in studying the manual.
Basic is a great way to describe this thing because I found that writing your little tank pieces around the board gets mighty boring after a while. To win, all you have to do is make sure your tanks, men, and equipment are of equal or greater strength than your computer opponent.
So I'm guessing that you might have a complaint or two that you'd like to vent.
As a matter of fact, I loaded up a Desert Storm scenario and was unfortunate enough to accidentally choose the Iraqis. Call it a slip of the mouse. Soon I was down to one tank and had taken it as far south as possible in the hopes of maybe looping the enemy and taking a flag before becoming baked lunch meat. To my surprise, no U.S. detachment pursued my lone Iraqi tank, and on top of that, they had all abandoned their base flags. So my one triumphant tank snatched all of the American colors, and my low opinion of the artificial intelligence was sealed.
For the wargame veteran, Tanks includes campaigns from 12 different time periods, ranging from the trench warfare of 1918 to the mother of all battles in 1991, with over 13,000 different units included. If you're into designing your own battles, there's a scenario editor that lets you lay out the terrain, the battle order, and the type of equipment available. But I'm guessing you hate that too, right?
If you want to bother with making your own map, I'm not stopping you. The editor is just a ploy to sell the product. It's ugly and clumsy, and the Warlords 2 editor eclipses it.
You seem to have hit most of the low points, but I do have to jump in and whine about the full view map, which is a small square in the lower right-hand corner. Is there a rule that prevents companies from making the entire battlefield possible to see? This needs to be bigger. If you're a wargame fanatic, Tanks is probably going to be a little too simple for your taste. However, if you want to ease your way into battle, this game is a great way to start.
Tanks, but no tanks. Sorry, I had to.